let's talk about our mindset and how to get ourselves into that positive mindset when things maybe aren't necessarily going our way. So, your mindset, you want to be positive, not perfect, but positive, meaning that you're not always going to see the bright side in everything. You're not always going to be 110% on top of the world every second of every day. But the idea is to try and start turning those negative feelings, those negative thoughts that enter your mind into a more positive thought. Again, we're all human. Life happens. Life isn't perfect. Things are going to happen that are going to upset us. Even when you're starting to turn yourself into a positive mind frame and being positive and uplifting and nice to people around you and compassionate, even when you're starting to do that, there's going to be things that happen that are going to start pushing you back down. Like, whoa, this isn't working. I need to stop. Don't give up. Those are the times that your life is about to make a huge shift and a huge change, but keep that energy going, because there are things in life that are going to come at you that are going to try to knock you back down. It's kind of like testing to see if you're really making that change or not. And we need to master that. So we kind of need those bad events to happen. We need those conflictual feelings. We need to deal with that to know that we're actually making a positive change. It's not just pretend. So a few things on that note. In my book, I have some examples of ways to do that and practice that and get yourself into a better mind frame. And one of my favorites is just self-talk. Talk to yourself in your head. Maybe not out loud. You don't want everybody to think that you're going nuts. But talk to yourself in your head. So when something starts to happen and you start to feel that negativity and just that down feeling that we sometimes get, smile first. That's always the first thing, is smile, because by putting a smile on your face, it automatically shifts your brain waves. First of all, it may help, because I know in my circumstance, sometimes when I'm really upset and I just smile, I think I probably look crazy right now. What am I doing? And it makes me laugh, and then it just lightens the mood and helps me to get back into that positive place. So you first want to smile and then try some self-talk. Talk to yourself in your head about how to turn that situation around. Like, okay, well, yeah, maybe this happened, but I can get myself back in that positive place. I can do it. I can reread the book that I bought. I can listen to one of these YouTube messages. I can get back into that positive space and really self-talk to lift yourself back up. Another good thing is to show compassion. Be compassionate to other people. Go open the door for them. Do a favor for them. Try something nice, even something very small. Like holding a door open, or letting someone in front of you in traffic, or letting someone in front of you in line because they have one item and you have 25. Even those small acts of kindness, doing that for someone else will raise your spirits, because you're like, I just made that person smile. My favorite thing to do is when you see someone out in public, or you're at a gas station. I know you usually don't go inside to pay for gas anymore, but back when you did, when you went inside to pay for your gas and you approach the cashier and she is just so upset because the person before you, or 3 people before you, was probably a total jerk, and she's just frustrated in herself with having to deal with this. And you walk up and you just smile and, thank you. Have a good day. Have a positive day. Just seeing that smile back that she gives you, and knowing that you probably changed the rest of her day. She was in a rut and you helped her get out of it. Can help you yourself get out of or stay onto that positive vibe, which is really what your focus is to stay on that positive vibe as much as you possibly can. Even those times when you have someone that maybe is a jerk to you because someone was a jerk to them earlier, I love to just, hey, I'm sorry about what happened, but I really hope the rest of your day goes a lot better. It kind of helps them self-reflect then, like, oh, she's right, I shouldn't take this out on anyone else, because that's the one thing you don't want to do. If you're having a bad day and you haven't quite gotten yourself back onto that positive vibe yet, and I know it happens, sometimes it takes a while, especially in the beginning, to get to that point of quickly shifting your mindset. don't take it out on someone else. Don't make someone else's day be ruined because you're a little frustrated or a little down or not at the top of your game in that moment that you have an exchange with that person. So you want to be very careful with that as you're starting to turn your mindset and your life around. But that's kind of the first step. The first step is to try to change your mindset first. Then we can start manifesting and focusing in the right directions. So with this, I love to suggest to people to take the 30-day challenge. So kind of like a habit, you want to kick a habit, whether it's quitting smoking or losing weight or exercising or training yourself to do or to not do something. You want to make it consistent and do it for a period of time. I don't even think it actually takes 30 days to make something become a habit. I can't remember the exact number in my head, but 30 days is such a good number for me because you're putting in a full month of that hard work. So I would say do the 30-day challenge. So find a bracelet or a rubber band or something that you can have on you at all times and either switch it from pocket to pocket or from hand to hand every time you mess up. So the goal is I have a bracelet and my bracelet I put on my left wrist every morning, and when I'm starting to feel myself maybe not being so happy, I can kind of play with that bracelet on my left wrist, like, okay, I want it to stay on this left wrist, I don't want to switch it to my right because then I'm starting all over again, type of feeling. Your first day completed is the day you don't switch your bracelet. So every time you switch your bracelet, or whatever it is, your stone in your pocket, your ring, your whatever you decide that object to be, every time you switch it, you start your count all over again. The last thing you want to do is get to 29 days and have to start all over again. But by that time, you should be pretty used to changing it. Again, you don't have to switch it because one negative thought comes into your mind. You're going to switch it when you allow that negative thought or that not so happy situation take over half or all of your day. Then you need to switch it. If a thought comes in and you're correcting it and you're shifting back to that positive vibe, that's what you need to be doing. So you're good. You're on the right path. It's when you give up and you give in to that negative temptation. And in this case, the temptation is the negativity. When you give into that is when you are going to have to switch it. So maybe start practicing that. Leave some comments below on how that went. If you have any questions, you can leave the comments below, or you can email me at my email address. If you have a topic you'd like me to discuss, or you just have a personal question that you want to ask that you don't want discussed, that's fine too. I'm here to help, and I hope to be able to help you guys through this and through this process because I think you'll really like the results of it. So like this, subscribe to my channel so you can get all of the other videos that I post up here, and have a positive day.